Everything about tonight felt wrong to Henry Carter. The school hallways were supposed to be quiet by this hour. He had finished mopping the last classroom and was just rolling his cleaning cart down the corridor, ready to clock out. His back ached from years of janitorial work, and his clothes still had the faint scent of industrial detergent no matter how much he washed them. But when he remembered his daughter waiting at home, he pushed the fatigue aside. 8-year-old Lily always waited up for him, smiling, sleepy, clutching her favorite storybook. He lived for that smile. He reached the final turn toward the storage room when voices echoed through the dark. Not just voices, cries. A girl's cries. He froze. Instinct kicked in before fear could. His boots moved quietly along the waxed floor until he saw the source, 3 large men cornering a teenage student near the stairwell. She was wearing the school soccer jacket, trembling, begging them to stop. "Daddy, please help her," Lily's voice rang in his mind. Those were the exact words she had said last year when a stray dog cornered a smaller one in the alley. He had stepped in then. He couldn't walk away now. Henry cleared his throat, stepping into the light. "Back off, now." The men turned. They weren't kids, grown adults, around 30, wearing masks and tactical boots. They definitely didn't belong here. One of them laughed. "Look at this, a janitor hero." Henry didn't respond. He simply positioned himself between the girl and the men. "She's a child. Leave her alone." "Move," another man ordered, reaching inside his jacket as though for a weapon. Henry's heart hammered, but his body moved like it had 1,000 times before, muscle memory from a life he never talked about. He grabbed the cleaning cart and shoved it hard. It crashed into the man's legs, sending him sprawling. Henry pivoted, dodging a punch, and delivered a swift strike to the ribs of the second attacker. They were surprised. He was too fast, too precise. The third man lunged with a knife. Henry snatched a broom handle and snapped it across the attacker's wrist. The blade clattered to the floor. A knee to the chest dropped the final threat. The whole fight lasted less than 20 seconds. The men groaned on the ground, shocked by the janitor who fought like a trained weapon. Henry's hands were shaking as he checked the girl. "You okay?" She nodded, crying, "They were waiting for me after practice." Thank you. "It's over," Henry whispered, though a sinking feeling told him it wasn't. These were professionals. They didn't come for no reason. Security rushed in, alerted by the noise. The men were taken away by police, still too dazed to explain themselves. The girl clung to him until her parents arrived. Henry slipped away before anyone could bombard him with questions. He just wanted to go home. The next morning, Henry walked Lily to school. Her tiny hand was warm in his rough one. "Daddy, why do you look worried?" she asked. "I'm always thinking. That's all. About me." She smiled. "Always about you." He dropped her off, gave her a kiss on the forehead, and headed to work. It felt like any normal morning, until the principal called him urgently to the entrance. Standing there in immaculate uniform, hat tucked under his arm, was a high-ranking U.S. Navy admiral. His presence alone commanded silence and respect. Silver medals gleamed across his chest. Behind him stood 2 officers. The principal stuttered nervously, "Mr. Carter, Admiral Hastings is here to see you." Henry stiffened. Hastings. That name dragged him back to a past he kept buried. "Henry Carter," the admiral said, stepping forward with a firm gaze. "Or, should I say Senior Chief Henry Cole, U.S. Navy, SEAL." The hallway fell into stunned silence. Henry's jaw tightened. "That man is gone. He died years ago." The admiral shook his head once. "Not to me, and not to this country." Henry swallowed, glancing around. Teachers and students were gathering, whispering. He hated attention more than anything. "Admiral, with all due respect," Henry said quietly, "I'm just a janitor now. I mop floors. I take care of my daughter. That's all I want." Hastings' expression didn't soften. "The 3 men you encountered last night, they were former private military contractors, dangerous people. They weren't after the girl. They were testing your identity." Henry felt the world tilt. "They came for me." "Yes," Hastings confirmed. "Our enemies have not forgotten you. We've been monitoring them, waiting for their move. When they found you, we knew it was time." "Time for what?" Henry didn't want to ask. The admiral looked past him, eyes landing on Lily's backpack hanging in the cubby nearby. "Your daughter deserves to grow up safe. The only way to guarantee that is for you to come back into protection. And we need you. Your nation needs you." Henry's fists clenched. "I won't drag Lily into that life. You already have, Hastings replied. Those men might return. They won't fail a second time. Henry felt a cold dread crawl up his spine. Every scar on his body seemed to burn his old memories and fear surged back. The ocean at night, missions lost to silence, the tears he shed when his wife died while he was deployed. He promised himself Lily would never suffer because of his past. I put everything behind me, he said, voice raw. She's all I have, and that is why you must fight, the admiral countered gently for the first time. A father willing to protect his child is the most dangerous man alive. Henry closed his eyes. He remembered last night's girl, the terror in her voice, the relief when he saved her. He remembered Lily's tiny fingers holding his, her belief that he could protect anyone. Maybe some battles weren't meant to stay buried. Hastings handed him a sealed folder. This contains everything you need to know. You'll have 24 hours to decide. We'll ensure your daughter's safety either way. The admiral saluted him, a salute Henry reluctantly returned, his arm moving with practiced precision he never forgot. Then Hastings turned, shoes striking the polished floor as he and his officers left the building, leaving behind a silence heavier than gunfire. Henry stood alone in the hallway, staring at the folder in his hands. Lily's laughter rang from down the corridor, bright, innocent, full of life. He thought of those men returning. He thought of every night he wanted to forget. He thought of the man he used to be. Henry wasn't just a janitor. He had just been trying not to be a hero anymore. But sometimes, heroes don't get to choose. He looked toward his daughter, smiling at him proudly from the classroom door. And he knew his decision already.